We are going to now shift gears and talk to my friend Solomon Harvey. And boy, we can talk about so many things. I'm busy videoing at the same time, so when my voice disappears, it's because I'm busy trying to get myself a little zeroing in there on the, you can catch the YouTubes of these shows later, so always take an opportunity to go over to the YouTube channel
That's
to be able to catch them. Solomon, you're going to start out, it looks like. You've got your guitar with you.
I did bring my guitar with me today, so maybe I will just start off with a song if that's all right with you.
Yes, I would love to. You know, I saw you play at Foods for Living, where you've been working for many years now, and you've been in the deli department there for a long time, and you played at Foods for Living. That was your first, one of your first performances at the store not long ago.
I'll actually be playing this Friday as well, from 2 to 4.
From 2 to 4, so those people who are out, when they're not out at the Energy Fair in Mason, they can swing by Foods for Living. Mm-hmm. And this is an original song that you've written.
This is, yep. This one is called The Earth Lives On. So.
Tell us a little bit about what it means? How you came to write it?
Well, a lot of the music that I write, actually, I kind of just sit down and I don't have an idea of the lyrics or the chords, and I kind of just, it's almost like a meditative process. And I just kind of let whatever comes through, and then I just listen to that audio recording, and then I write it down.
Oh, so you write it down afterward?
I do, and then I listen, and I actually have to figure out the song again. And then I write it all down, and that's why I actually have to refer to my notes, and I wish I had them memorized, because if my iPad died, I would be
But that's why iPads were invented.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
Give us the title again?
The Earth Lives On.
Thank you.
So, hopefully this mic will pick it up on it. Days come through and you don't know why you tried so hard just to look for it, 'cause this moment is all that we have. But I don't know where I'm headed to, and I don't feel the need to, and everything is tapped into within. Well, how we gonna see, how we gonna see, how we gonna know if we really got it, if we never move around? 'Cause things been changing and it's been hard to see what we're up against. They say it's unknown, but we ought to know, 'cause we've been here before, and we've been searching for all the things that we already knew. We can't pave this land if we don't know where Earth came from in the first place. 'Cause we should know what we are covering up, covering up, covering up. And we all came from the night that the waves crashed down and took us. They say it's unknown, but we should have known, 'cause we've been here before, and we've been searching for all the things that we already knew. We can't pave this land if we don't know where Earth came from in the first place. And days come through and you don't know why. Days come through and you start to find. Days come through, leave the past behind. 'Cause the earth lives on. And I'm never sure how to end the song.
So there's one last piece yet to be done.
Yep. Pretty much with every single song, there's a little bit of stuff to do. But
How did you learn guitar?
I actually took lessons for a few years in high school. Well, actually way back in elementary school.
Elementary school, wow.
Elementary school. It took for about 2 years from Chris, Martial Music. He's a great teacher.
Oh, I know, Chris. Oh,
Chris Rollins.
Yes, Chris
Yep.
Rollins, yeah.
And yeah, he's an amazing teacher. I recommend him to anybody that's interested in learning guitar. And took that, and then took some time off. Kind of was rebelling against the idea of it. And my parents actually played music all while growing up.
You
and I
come
was
from a very musical
resistant
family. Yeah.
to jump in on the jam sessions. And now that it's not there anymore, I'm kind of drawn more to it, to wanting to play more. And
You know, that's one of the things that I really like, you know, give kids lessons young because they can always return to it, you know what I mean? That's just, but you get those basic skills down. It's like riding a bike or learning how to swim, you know?
Right,
Teach them to
exactly.
swim while they're young.
Yeah.
It'll come back and give them a good time later.
Yeah.
But when did you start writing your own songs?
I actually was kind of just learning cover songs at first, and just music that I really liked. And then one day I was sitting in this new house that my mom and I had moved on to Clemens Street, and I was just sitting up in the attic, and it was just like, I don't have any of my original music at all. I wonder if I could write a song.
Wow.
And just kind of sat down and just played 3 songs. I had 3 songs on my video recorder, and it was on my phone, I think it was, and was just like,
Wow.
where did that come
so
from?
you discovered you could do
Yeah,
it.
exactly. And then I was very, when you're writing a song, I feel like we're very self-critical of what it sounds like,
Oh, yeah.
of all the lyrics. And my second guitar teacher, Jeff Starr, was telling me that he's an amazing musician, but he's never written his own music because it's very just intimidating to start writing lyrics.
Yeah.
You start overthinking that and stuff. And so if you can kind of bridge that gap of wanting to get your message out in a certain way and just kind of play and not think too much about the words or think too much about the melody, it kind of flows out a little easier rather than trying to get the perfect note or the perfect lyric.
Either that or get to be
At
really good
first.
friends with a poet.
Exactly. Well, and actually, I will, I guess I was going to play a different song, but I will play, I'm happy that you said that because I've been sharing music with my friend Lindsay, and she's been writing poems, and I've been writing music too.
Oh, really? So you collaborate?
Yeah, and I've done
that's
that with
cool.
a few other people as well, and
Well, you're listening to LCC Radio WLNZ 89.7 here in Lansing, Michigan, and we're talking with Solomon Harvey, and this is basically a going away party for Solomon because he's only got a few more days in town before he moves to the Yoop, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But first he's going to play us another song, and who is the person who wrote the lyrics again?
Lindsay. She actually lives up in Marquette, so this one goes out to her.
Because that's where you're moving. You're going to
Yeah.
join up with Lindsay in Marquette.
Yeah,
so.
I'm excited. It's
Cool.
actually
So
fun.
what's the name of this song?
This one is called Unoccupied Trails.
Oh, cool.
The silent thrills behind my look. You can't see me. No, I am an unread book. My secret's only mine to carry, because I know there's beauty in the mystery. I know myself now. Your feelings talk through you. Unoccupied trails, stimulated laughter. You shouldn't have to filter yourself. And I'll say no thanks to the things that don't serve me. And who cares to rid them all of gravity, making room for clarity. Got no more room for fear of uncertainty. Constant state of sunset afterglow. Believe in your creed. The inside looks the same as the outside does. So when it's inside out, it looks outside in. I know myself now. Your feelings talk through you. Unoccupied trail, stimulated laughter. You shouldn't have to filter yourself. I will use my voice to sing you to sleep at night. I will gift you my melody. Something like that.
Very cool, very cool. Thank you so much.
No
That's
problem.
wonderful.
So that's fun when you get the lyrics and then you kind of just play around with the chords. You get to mess around.
Yeah.
If we have time, I'd like to play one more song. I know you said
Sure.
only
Do you
two
want to wait
potentially.
a few minutes and we'll talk
Sure.
a little bit in between?
Sounds great.
I would like to find out a little bit more because one of the ways, what I find so interesting about Solomon is I really met him about a year ago, maybe a little more than a
I
year
think
ago.
it was about a year ago.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I was doing a documentary film class at MSU, and I was talking with Marcus Sy because we were looking at the closing of Red Cedar Elementary, and he said he had a young area filmmaker that he was working with who had apprenticed himself to the project. And I met Solomon, and we started talking, and he began helping with the documentary film class. And Solomon's one of those young people who has all this creative energy and talent. And it's going to be interesting to see which direction it goes in, because
We'll see.
he's interested in film, and he's interested in music, and he's interested in food, and and so it's going to be very interesting. Which direction do you think you're going to take now?
Well, I'd really love to focus on the music aspect, and I think it will be fun to see where that goes. I've kind of been talking about making an album for the last 2 years. And I have not. I've got about 50 songs and no idea where to go from there, and which would go together. What kind of having what
Sequencing of the songs.
Just
and-
starting
Yes.
is the hardest part, pretty much for me, and the music has been a really fun part, and I would love to incorporate all of those things, you know.
That's
maybe,
it.
Maybe a musical cooking show.
And then you could film it. And
Exactly.
go on
In
and
my
film
kitchen, right, there we
segments.
go.
Yes. Yeah, see, if you were going to hang around a little longer, I'd get you in on this
That would-
webcast
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that
That's
was-
my next area that I'm going to go into is more webcasting. So in terms of, you're going to be working at a food emporium up there in
Yeah, I
Marquette.
got a job at the co-op up there, so I'll be working in the food service.
I wanted to ask your opinion because right now what we're seeing is such flux in the area. The Whole Foods project appears stalled at least for the next year,
Yeah.
and who knows on that. Have you seen Fresh Time open? Solomon's been with Foods for Living, one of my favorite places. It's just such a charming, great store owned by the employees. It's got a lot of, for someone like me who's gluten-free, it's just a godsend because it has all sorts of things that I can't find elsewhere. What's happening with the mix of food stores in the area? Can we support all these new ventures?
That's a great question, and I think only time is going to tell how that all plays out, because people want to kind of do a one-stop shop, and I feel like they're going to go to the place that can supply them with everything that they want. But I think that the people that shop at Foods for Living are diehard,
Yes.
locally wanting to support the co-op and also Foods for Living. I don't think that those people are going to be going anywhere, and so I don't know. We've heard people that, if they're upset with the price or they're upset with the product, they're like, Whole Foods is opening up over there. And it's like, yeah, I do. Actually, a lot of people too. It's funny, you hear them on the phone. They're like, oh, I'm over here at Better Health. It's like, you're actually at Foods for Living right now. And so I don't know how much people really pay attention to, but I think that the people that do are definitely going to be staying, and it will be interesting to see what happens because they're all so close, and there's
They are, and there's
we've
the
got
food
about
co-op
5
in the
big
mix.
ones now. Yeah.
There's so many different options nowadays, and I think people need to think about what it is that matters to them. Is it locally sourced? Is it fresh? Is it organic?
Right.
Is it this? Is it that? And they really, you really, as a food consumer, That's one of the biggest expenditures you're going to have over a lifetime. You know, you may be sleeping in the park, but you're still going to have to eat. So figuring that piece out is really important.
I'm curious to see what happens, and I fully support Foods for Living, and even though I'm moving away, I'm going to still try and show as much support as I can.
Your heart's there
while I'm in town. Yeah, I mean, they're a great company, and they've done just so much for me as an employee. It's amazing. So
it's nice to see locally owned places that really have a stake in the community. That's great to see.
Yeah.
What's the other song you wanted to play for us?
Well, this song is actually another one with my friend Lindsay, and I'm going to dedicate it to my friend Brad and Allie, who actually just got engaged today.
Yes.
And the song is called
Trillium
Love.
Woods Farm.
Yes, yeah.
They've been on the show, and they're great. They have a great enterprise out in Williamston. Food again.
Yep. So combining food and music, here we go again. So yeah, this song is called Love, and this one goes out to Brad and Allie. Congratulations on making that happen. That
big
time
step.
or not. Yeah, it's a big step. So, okay, gotta change this cable real quick. And the song is not necessarily about that, but you know, it's all about love in general. So, here we go. So she left him behind, in search for herself, in search of a life. I see we're rich without wealth, feels good to be free. It's good for our health to be loved, in love, feel love, breathe love, see love, give love, free love, 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 love. So she walks down the path, but there's a fork in the road, it's too late to look back. Embrace the unknown, 'cause the trails will merge. All roads will lead home to love, this love, that love, their love, your love, my love, his love, her love, to believe in ourselves. Is it really that hard to trust what we feel? You let down your guard and I jumped right inside. But to be closer to you, to see what it's like, life from your point of view, to share love, make love, hold love, taste love, let love be love. She taught me to love, love, love. Maybe it's time that I really let go, 'cause it's your life, not mine. But that I'm getting to know. Gotta go it alone sometimes. Gotta go it alone sometimes. To be loved, learn love, find love, breathe love, see love, give love, free love, 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 love. And I realized while I was singing that actually that I didn't co-write that one with Lindsay, but I did kind of write it more around just my feelings of everything at the time that we were going through stuff, and it also what was I going to say about Brad and Allie? It doesn't really have anything to do with that, but
but
I was
it
thinking
fits, doesn't it?
countless things, as that was going through my mind.
Music is so universal because
is,
I mean, as long as we're talking about love, boy, that fits a lot of situations. Yeah. What I'm going to be interested to see over the years, Solomon, is that you have so many different areas you can go into. But you know what I really like about Solomon, and he is leaving, so I have to say nice sappy things about him on the way out the door, is that I have always believed in the advice of Woody Allen, sad but true. He may not be the best philosopher in the world based on some of his track record, but he said one thing that was really wise, which was that 90% of life is showing up. And Solomon does. He really does. He steps to the plate and he says, hey, can I learn this? Can I learn that? And we spent time over coffee looking at various computer programs and figuring out how to pace and edit video and think about things. And so I like to see people at that stage of life who know that 90% of it is showing up.
Well, thank you, Bonnie. I've really learned so much from you, and just really cannot tell you how much it means to me to just have that connection with everything. You know,
We're gonna get him back down
so,
here
yeah.
often. We're
Yeah,
gonna get him back
definitely.
down here often.
Yeah, and thank you for the connection up in the UP.
Yeah, he's gonna go see Bugsy, my friend Bugsy Saylor, who's up there at a design firm, so this will be cool.